Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, leave it in the ring.
Speaking of Barrios, dude, he got you see today he got a nice little deal. He's getting a Keith Thurman fight.
I've heard Keith Thurman, who's been gone from the sport even before the pandemic. He's a Nostradamus. I heard. He even knew this was going to happen, so that's why he decided, no, I'm not going to come back to the sport. We're going to be on a lockdown. So he got on a lockdown early. Yeah, Keith Thurman and stuff.
Yeah, he remember when he was supposed to fight like Obakar and Ike Corte and all those dudes back then, and hasn't fought since then.
Right.
Pay-per-view or whatever.
I've seen a picture of Keith Thurman in the Bible, sitting down next to Jesus with his flute, man. So he's been around for quite some time. He hasn't been in the ring. That's how long he hasn't been in the ring and stuff. But I thought it was hilarious to see Keith Thurman just come out of the woodworks, He's just that one dude that shows up. Yeah, he's that one friend that only shows up when the pay-per-view's on, and he just brings that one beer for himself, and he brings that one beer that nobody drinks. Right? Like, this fucker, brings a Colt 45.
But he drinks 12 beers.
Yeah.
He's there. Now, and then he'll act like he's been around the whole time.
Right.
It's
like he's still a factor. He's a major player,
glad you're here, but I wasn't holding my breath.
Right.
I don't know. I'll watch it. I don't mind Keith Thurman fights.
What's a better fight?
I'm not holding my breath from him.
Let me ask you this. What's a better fight, though? Amir Khan versus Cal Brook, or Barrios versus Thurman? Which one do you think is going to have more action?
Brook Khan, dude. I mean, Jesus, that's fight of the year. I don't care how. I don't know how shot they are.
They're pretty shoddy, but you know what? They're going to go out there and they're going to show us. They're going to remind us how shoddy they are. And I think that's what's going to make a really good, fun fight. And not even that.
Amir Khan. They both still have some hand speed and power.
Right, they do. They both can crack. They both can box, and you just don't know which one's gonna either the orbital bone's gonna crack or if the chin's gonna shatter. I think that what really makes fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But going back with Keith Thurman, who's worse, Keith Thurman or Ryan Garcia? Because it's almost like they follow the same script. They're nowhere to be found, but after a fight, their little Twitter fingers jump back on social media and start calling everybody out.
Yeah, Ryan's way worse, man. But because at least with Keith, most of this pandemic, it's he's out there living his life in Nepal or Bhutan, playing his flute, and it's good for you, man. Enjoy that Ricky Williams life.
I know. Every time I think about that, I always have an image of him with his he's got his knees crossed in Indian style, and he's on a cloud. He's like.
Yeah, it's when he steps away from the sport, it's that he looks like he's having a good time. I don't care. Good for you, man. Ryan Garcia, I don't maybe it's just I don't want to sound like all old man of these damn kids nowadays.
Right.
But what is he doing? What are you doing all day? Your own trainer's calling you out for not training. Your own promoter's I don't know what the hell is going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, leave